Hey, everybody, this is Big Bubba with the Dining at Disney podcast. I'm here with Kristen, travel guru, and she has a great deal for you. Kristen, please tell them about this deal.
Well, right now, if you are a Disney Plus subscriber, you can save on select Disney Cruise Line sailings. And with this, your third and fourth guests are going to sail for free. And that's with two full fare guests. And that includes the Disney Magic, the Disney Dream, as well as the Disney Fantasy. And you can book up to 2 staterooms with this particular offer. And it is available for cruises from January 2023 through April of 2023. And it is select stateroom categories. And you must be a Disney Plus subscriber. Reservations in violation of that will be canceled per Disney.
And how can they contact you to get this great deal?
They can email me at themeparksandcruises@gmail.com.
This episode of Dining at Disney Podcast uses the Shure MV7 podcast microphone. Thank you to Shure for sponsoring this episode. It's inspired by the legendary SM7B broadcast mic, which I love so much. This particular one, the MV7, is a dynamic mic that has both USB and XLR output, so you can use it with computers or professional audio interfaces alike. Connect using the USB cable, and you can unlock a bunch of different features, especially when you use that Shure Plus Motif app. So you can dial in the perfect sound. It's easy. You don't even have to be an audio guru like myself to go ahead and work it, because everybody's using it here today, which is awesome. It's got auto level mode, and it once again, it just steps up your video conference calls, steps up your podcasting, or anything that you're doing in terms of content creation. Check out the MV7 podcast microphone and the podcast microphone bundles at Shure, that's SHURE.com. Gator Frameworks is also a sponsor of this episode. Don't forget, check out all their gear and accessories for podcasters and content creators, musicians like myself, lighting and AV equipment. They've got it all. Ring lights, desks, and stands. Check out GatorFrameworks.com. From the Gator Framework Studio in Music City, it's the Dining at Disney podcast.
You know the thing about good food? It brings folks together from all walks of life.
You'll discover all the best restaurants and food as you hungrily explore the Disney parks.
Let's do this thing!
The Dining at Disney podcast with your hosts, Kristen Hoetzel, Bubba Alvarez, and Kat Arcori.
Welcome to the Dining at Disney podcast. I am Kristen, Disney park enthusiast, foodie, and travel expert.
I am Big Bubba. I am a former cast member, college program alumni, future D20 or D23, Club 33 member, but also I'm a year older. So
Happy birthday, Bubba. Belated.
Thank you.
Happy
I
birthday.
feel old, but thank you.
29, right, Bubba?
Yeah. You're never too old for Disney, though.
There you go.
Truth.
And I'm Kat, experiential producer, movie historian, film buff, and all-around nerd. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, let's see. If you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Also, today's hot topic is going to be Bubba's trip report.
Yes, it is. The good old Oogie Boogie Bash report.
Are you ready to dig into that?
Let's dig into it. So this is ready. This is the Disneyland Resort's Halloween party that they do. I know they got the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party over at Disney World. You come over to the West Coast, we have the Oogie Boogie Bash, and it's been great. We've been going, gosh, to this Halloween party. I can't even remember how long. It's been since like '05. Oh, I mean, I'm seeing pictures from '04 also. So it's fun every year. I'm glad we got to go this year. It was looking bleak, but tickets were selling out fast this year. This was probably a record pace of how fast these tickets sold, especially if they had a special night, a D23 night during D23 Expo weekend, which sold out quickly also. But luckily we caught the early part of the party. We usually go later when it's cooler. I do advise, if you guys do decide to go to the party, try to plan maybe October because the weather is much cooler. We still went when it was like maybe high 80s, almost 90s. And when you wear you great thing about it, you can wear a costume to this party. You cannot wear anything if you're an adult. You can Disney bound, stuff like that, but you can't really go fully dressed as your favorite character. So we actually got the chance to do it, and Taylor picked our costumes this year, which was Snow White and Prince Florian. And our we she did an amazing job on our costumes. You can go on my Instagram and look at the picture, big underscore Bubba underscore B, and we looked amazing. Everybody just complimented us over and over and over. So that was just you know, that just made the night great. But to kick the night off, you were allowed to go in the park at 3 p.m. if you do have this ticket. Parking was free also if you did this party, and also free photo pass for the night, which is now a great thing you can enjoy when you go to these parties. The photo pass is usually included with your ticket.
Nice.
Um, yeah.
The party
So
starts at 6 o'clock, right?
yeah, but you can enter the park at 3.
Okay.
Sorry, did I say party start 3? You can enter the park at 3, and yeah, just enjoy everything right before it turns over. So we actually got there like right before the party started because we were working real hard on our costume. Little bumps here and there, fixing stuff, but we had it all worked out. And we hit the trick or treat trails. Plenty of trick or treat trails. I showed you guys a picture of the candy we got. It was a lot of candy. It was just, I mean, I'm gonna hold the bag up right here that I took. This is our little hocus pocus bag.
Wow.
Nice.
It's basically filled up to here. If you guys see if you're looking on the video. So I have a big old giant hocus pocus bag. It's a good 10 pounds of candy, I would say.
And it's filled up
Uh,
to the hocus on the back.
on the bag, yeah. A lot of
So
the top,
2/3 or so then.
yeah, it's a lot. Trust me, and trying to carry that through the whole night. I'm glad we got a locker because halfway through, I'm like, okay, let's make a drop in the locker, stuff like that. So there's another word of advice if you do go to the party, get a locker, store your candy and stuff in there because it's gonna be a heavy night. Um, so it was the trick or treat trails, like I said, they were all around the park. They had characters at each trick or treat station. Maleficent was the first one we hit, and all these characters interact with everyone as you walk along the trails. You can get pictures, selfies with them, stuff like that. But they're acting the parts. They are evil, they say evil things to you also. As we walked by Maleficent, she's saying, I could give you a better apple, my dearie, stuff, just interacting with whoever you are. um
They are playing
so
their character well.
and they play it very well, especially during the Halloween season. So some of the highlights there were the characters. We had Maleficent, we had Nim from Amazing Sword in the Stone. She was spectacular. She was so funny, interacting with everybody. That's a very rare character you see out in the park. So it was great to see that. Um, who else? We got to see I believe Hades was out there for a while. They switched over right when we got there. They switched over to another villain that was in this trick or treat area. Also, we got to see Remy and Emil from Ratatouille. They weren't in the trick or treat trails, but they were out interacting with everybody. It was so
Very
cute.
cool.
Yeah. Um, that was really cool. But one of the highlights of the characters was, and you've seen them all over the internet, is Ernesto de la Cruz from Coco. Wow. The prosthetics and everything they put on him is so realistic,
So good.
so amazing. He sounds just like how his character was. Um, every video I've seen, I'm like, wow. And then when I finally saw it, I'm like, this is amazing. So, I'm going to post a lot of, I wanted to wait to post more stuff until I did the podcast. So that way I can tell you guys, be on the lookout for this stuff. But, oh, he's so amazing, and he sings too. Unfortunately, he didn't sing when we went through our time, but there's videos of him actually singing, and Spot on.
That's
One of the best, one of the coolest, and it's the longest line. So if you do get there early, because he is the longest line to next to the well, I wouldn't say Sanderson sisters, but they have the Hocus Pocus as I believe Clarabelle, Daisy, and Minnie, I believe. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. That wasn't. We didn't do that line unfortunately because it was all so long. Because they're a highlight of the party too. So character greetings were amazing, and just make time for them. There is this one area where they have a villain section where Chip and Dale is. There's no characters in there, but each section is kind of designed to each villain from movies. You know, you like Queen of Hearts, Maleficent, even Scar from Lion King. All these nice like lights, smoke, just these type of interactions that look really cool. But that is also another long line. The We tried to get in at one time and it was about an hour and a half wait. And I don't want to wait too long in lines, when you're at a special party like this. So the whole night the line was long. And then finally we went back maybe 30 minutes before the party was done. The line was still long. It went all the way to Soaring over California. Yeah, if you know that
a
trail right there.
lot.
So but uh we did it last year. Luckily, we did it right when the park opened, and they said nothing's really changed, but it is still a cool thing to see if you go early to the party. Go check that out. They have the parade twice during the party, coming once there and once back. Any spot you could choose any spot. It's a good view from anywhere along the line, all the way from Paradise Pier to I believe, yeah, Hollywoodland. Wait, no, sorry. It's somewhere right there towards Radiator Springs, maybe further out. I'm trying to figure out where they ended. We went by Corn Dog Castle to check it out, and it's a nice good spot to see that parade. Food. We tried to experience as much snack food as we can. There weren't really any hearty meals to enjoy, but a couple of things I did try. The top of my list, I mean, it wasn't special, but it was still great, was the black corn dog. They use black batter to for the corn dog, and it was really cool. That was a long line, but if you mobile order quick through the gate, just make sure you plan accordingly. I had the Jack Nom Nom cookie. It had like a little fiery candy on top of it, kind of like reminded me of a hot tamale in a way. That was delicious too. um, Couple of the items from the cozy cone we had. I'll post, like I said, I'm going to post a lot of pictures. I'm trying to think of everything I ate right now. um, One thing though, that it was really hot, so if you are going on a hot day, bring a fan. Every line we went to, everybody was complaining about there was no fans or anything to keep anybody cool. It was, like I said, it was surprisingly hot that day. And if you see when I post pictures, you're gonna see all the sweat coming off of our bodies and stuff like that. Taylor was all worried about her makeup and everything. So take fans. Everybody had fans too, which was great. And we're borrowing fans from people. They could just like, oh, you want to use my fan? Nice people. Thank you. Thank you for doing that, by the way. Uh, and if you go out into um, the Hollywood area, they do have a lot more interactive characters over there in that section. Cruella Deville was right there too in the newer version, not the old one, but from the one that what's her name played? I just can blacked out on her
Emma
name.
Stone.
Emma Stone, yeah. And she's always spot on right there with the characters, talking to everybody. The music from the movie would play, all her fashion design stuff were right there too. Uh, Let me see. If you are a magic key holder, there is a spot for you to take a special picture, a magic key picture, and you do get a gift. They gave everybody, I'm glad I have these. These are popcorn bucket holders. So you know how they give you, if you just order regular popcorn from from the outdoor vendor, they give you the bucket.
Gotcha.
This is what you put it in right here. So it's a
Interesting.
nice little carrying case. It has a lid. You can close it as so. It's got
That's
a
cute.
carrying case on it. So if you only get one. So just don't ask. We tried, like, can we get some more? No, they said no. But the line for this was long just because we went early, just so we can get it out of the way and get our free gift. Um, so, and I do want to talk about the candy, by the way, the candy that they gave out. So I had a little tiff about what we got. So we have about like 20 bags of chips, of these chips, and that they gave out a lot of these sun chips. But one thing they gave out a lot of, and I showed you a picture of this, Snicker bars. So
That's great if you love Snickers.
it's great if you love Snickers. But I think we talked about this last week, that I would like to do a little contest for everybody, and we're gonna do this hopefully maybe next week, to where I have a couple of things to give out. A Oogie Boogie special map that they give out that night. They have the bag that they give everybody when you walk into the door, has Hocus Pocus 2 on there. See, then this is the bag they give you, by the way. And
Yeah.
compared to how much candy I got to what this is, that's why I say always bring another bag. And yeah. So, and they gave out buttons for the 31 Nights of Halloween for Freeform. One of these bad boys right here.
Hmm.
And there's a couple of other little goodies that I want to give out to one of our listeners. So we're going to have a little contest. I just want to make sure, before what it is. I don't want to say what it is yet until I don't know. Have we talked about it yet?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think we have. I thought I chatted with you guys. I think I chatted with Kat about it.
Oh
But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So be on the lookout sometime this week, and we're gonna have a contest for everybody. And I think it's a little clever, and it has to do with these Snicker bars. That's the hint right there. But yeah, we got plenty of, like I said, it's candy galore, it's characters galore. I wasn't impressed by most of the food though. So like I said, I tried to get as much as I could. Lines were long for everything. Um, except some of the characters, and so, I got the cookie because there was no line. I said, oh well, there's no line, let's go try the cookie. um and stuff like that. So that was a big bummer. We did try a couple of the food items the day before at Disneyland that we went over through the foodie guide, which I can talk about later, that were really good too. So the highlight of the night was after the party was over. So we still had a reservation for Disneyland for that night. So the party ended at 11. Disneyland doesn't close till midnight. So we asked one of the cast members, "Can we still go into Disneyland dressed like this?" And they said yes, as long as you're coming from the Halloween party, we don't see why not. So we
Good
actually
call.
got to go into Disneyland dressed up as Snow White and Prince Florian. We got to walk through Main Street, but not only that, we got to ride Snow White
Oh,
as a character.
Cute.
So we are, and everybody's just looking at us as we're walking down, saying how great we look. Uh, Kids are wanting to take our pictures, but you're not supposed to take that's like a big no if you're dressed up like that, especially if you're in Disneyland, because you're
My
not.
thing is, how do you tell, especially if it's a small child that's like
You
4 or 5 years old, how do you say no? You can't.
you don't.
You'll make the
we
child cry. And
Well,
then,
Taylor did it. I mean, it was mainly Taylor that everybody wanted to take a picture of. All the kids that would come up. So she, she would say, as long as it's quick, yes, and just to let you know, and I'm not a real character here. And she wanted the parents to understand that, and the parents like, oh, we understand. She just wants, just a picture. So we actually did that. We had then so um, walking up there, it was just fun looking at everybody look at us, just saying how awesome we look. We actually got to go to the wishing well next to the castle to take a couple of pictures too at Snow White's wishing well. With the statues of the seven dwarfs and everything in the background. And being in the line, everybody's just constantly talking to us, asking us about the party, but mainly the costumes that we were wearing, where how we did them, where she got them at, stuff like that. And then people taking our pictures as we're loading onto the train for Snow White, stuff like that. And we felt like we almost felt like it was like a little wedding for us, and everybody's just like sending us off into this. into this, onto this chariot. And so
Cute.
it was a big highlight for the night to just go into Disneyland dressed like that. Because I've never ever thought of dressing up as a prince. I'm like, I'm more of a villain, I want to be Gaston or something like that. And so, being dressed like
I
a
thought you
prince,
were a good Wreck-It Ralph.
I was like, yeah, great Wreck-It Ralph. I mean, he's not a bad guy. He's not a good guy. He's not a bad guy either. But
You got the got his medal.
Uh-huh.
yeah. So it that made the night complete for us, and taking pictures in front of the castle, doing stuff like that. I changed my whole mindset of dressing like a prince. I want to do it again now, but still do stuff like that. And it was fun. It was real fun doing that. So the party itself, um there could be a couple more things. I think they oversold it again, but that's Disney for you right there. Oversell and see what happens. uh and but you come away with a ton of candy. uh and the photo passing was amazing. We just took so much. Our photo pass worked inside Disneyland too, which was great. I didn't think it would, being a different park, but
Oh,
since it's linked as being free for the night, I guess everything was free that night, no matter what pictures we took and which park. Uh, but over, I like I said, just maybe less tickets, so it's more intimate, because I miss those days when it was back in 2000, 2005, 2010, when it was just a less crowd, but you got to do a lot more. We didn't ride anything because just wanted to experience all the characters, all the trick or treat trails, all the shows that were going on. And that's something that we really never do. We like riding the attractions, but because of the lines, we couldn't do that. And that that was a big bummer. I loved riding Tower of Terror in my Darth Vader costume. that was that was fun. So yeah, I think just less people would make it more better, which a much worth the price that you're paying. I mean, uh, people were saying it was probably around 10,000 tickets they sold per night, 10 or 15,000. I think it was more than that,
Holy
is my opinion. I
wow.
think it was more than that. That's what somebody was telling me, but I'm like, I think it's way more than that. It was a former cast member that told me that.
That's a
Hmm.
lot.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. It is. I mean, I don't know the capacity for California Adventure. I know the capacities for Disneyland's probably around 75, maybe 85,000. But they've done more than that. I know that for sure.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Any questions you guys have? Like any about the experiences?
Oh, producer Aljon has a question.
Yes, sir.
So the Villains Grove looks amazing.
It like I said, it's all it's like high tech. There's no characters, but each section looks
Yeah.
awesome.
I feel like I don't know if it's just me, but in years past, we've done, of course, the Mickey's Not So Scary in Walt Disney World over at Magic Kingdom, but we've never done Halloween at Disneyland. But it just seems to me like their production value like stepped up a little bit. So is that true, or is it just because?
Definitely. No, definitely with that, and with the graphics that they put on the buildings now, they do it for the castles now. They put graphics on there. They do it for Carthay Circle. The the lighting and graphics there are amazing. Along with the sound and the audio that they play throughout the night. Um, even with the parade, some of the floats looked just amazing. The lighting, the visual effects. Uh, Also with the sound, when you I mean, Disney's just the king when it comes to sound. Whatever section you're in, they make sure that whatever it sounds perfect. It's not too loud over here. It sounds exactly the same right here when you walk 10 more steps away, and it's still that same sound. It's not too loud, it's not too dim. You still hear it. It interacts. uh Disney just has a way of making you feel like you're there all the time, like you're in with the characters. It's like,
I just feel like with Universal stepping up their game, and Halloween Horror Nights is always such. I don't know how Universal does it year after year and just gets better and better, but I'm glad Disney is doing something that that looks amazing. Like just from the high res video, the HD video that I'm watching, it looks so good. It just looks so good. So
It is, and with Halloween Horror Nights, that's more of a, we want to scare the bejesus out of you,
oh
stuff
yeah,
like that,
of course.
and it works too. They know exactly how to do it. I don't know if Knott's is up to par compared to how Universal is and Disney is, but
The Halloween Horror Nights is on my bucket list of things to do,
oh
but I need
yeah.
it to be more than just Aljon and I, because the thing that I get most freaked out by are the people with chainsaws. So, so I need to feel a little bit more protected by, because everybody's bigger than me. So yeah,
No,
I've not
that's
done it, but it's been on my list of things that I really want to do. In the years that they've had Freddy Krueger as one of the haunted houses, I've been like, oh man, I so wish I was going.
maybe Disney should have like a more of an adult Halloween night and have stuff like that.
It was
And I was disappointed too. Zombie Cap didn't come out. You know, uh, that's what a character I was looking forward to seeing was Zombie Captain America.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he didn't come out, and I was so disappointed. I'm like, that's regular Captain America. No, it's supposed to be Halloween. Bring him out. It's so
What were some
that
popular
was a bummer.
Disney bound costumes, or that
There was a lot of Eddie from Stranger Things.
I bet there was. Everybody wearing their
I was like, look, it's another Eddie, another Eddie. Vision and Wanda and Vision. There was a lot of people like that, but they had every genre of costume from the old school comic book. There was a guy in the green tights, big old horns, everything, to Wanda, what she looks like in Doctor Strange right now. I mean, there's so many different Wandas and Visions. So that was a big couple's costume that night. Also, the Sanderson sisters. I mean, what's funny is that even a lot of guys dressed up like the Sanderson
Oh, I'm
sisters,
not surprised.
which was hilarious. I mean, some of them were just like spot on too, and there was a lot of incredible costumes. Not like D23. I seen some of those were just the expo were just amazing, amazing costumes that weekend. But a lot of people took the time to make sure it's just I wish you could wear a mask. You can't if you're an adult. I mean, I understand why, but uh it was a bummer. Like the last year I wore my Darth Vader mask was the last year they allowed like anything to go over your face. I had to still take the eyes out of the mask, but I could still wear the mask. But now they won't even allow that anymore.
It's only if you're under age 14, right?
I I believe so that you can wear a mask. I believe so. 14, 13, for the party only. I don't think you can. I mean, have I seen kids wear masks?
13
I think I have.
younger.
That's under age
13 and under.
14.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got it.
I just found the thing.
So,
See, that's the only good thing about being short is when our kids get older,
oh yeah.
taller than me by the time they're like 13 years old. So I can then put a face mask on and they just think I was another kid.
I mean, I do have I was thinking about this the other day. I do have something that you two should do because you both aren't very tall people. So I think if you guys went as Wally and Eva one year for Halloween, it would be amazing.
We have
I
the
think
We do
you
have
have the hoodies.
Yes, we have the hoodies.
I mean, just find like a cardboard box to put Aljon in. You don't need a big one. You don't need a big one. Just do it up.
Yeah.
Put some roller skates on them.
I could do it.
No, not the roller skates. You would fall down.
If I'm in a box, it'll help cover a lot. My training with.
Oh.
Anyway.
So yeah, I mean, I love wearing costumes at Disney. I
do have a story that I don't know if you guys have seen the video online or not, but there was a girl who yelled out to Gaston in the parade, and she said something like, "I'm available," and he said,
"Oh yeah, yeah."
I'm looking for the most beautiful She was just
He
like,
basically like insulted her, but
Oh,
in
yeah.
a very Gaston way.
Yeah, she said, Gaston, I just broke up with my boyfriend.
yes, that.
And he's like, oh, is that right? Oh, I am looking for the prettiest girl in
No,
the
when
village.
that,
I'm available.
yes.
It's like, would you want to
Jason-
go on a date? She asked him, do we want to go out?
Yeah.
It's like, well, I am looking for the prettiest girl in town. And then he just walked on by.
Basically wasn't her. I'm like, and it's not you, basically.
It's not you.
Ooh.
Oh, that was funny. Oh.
It is Gaston. Yeah.
I know, and Kat, you're not going this year, huh?
I'm doing Mickey's Not So Scary in Orlando.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys are
instead.
gonna be down there in October.
Yes.
Sorry we can't go.
Yes.
Man.
Halloween.
So what?
What night are you doing the Halloween party?
Oh, on the 10th. So the day I get there.
Oh, nice.
It's gonna be a thing, I think.
Well,
My father was like, I was trying to get him to dress up as a Mickey bar, and he wouldn't do it because he's a party pooper.
Oh.
But he's gonna go
Oh
decked
yeah,
out
the
in
stick. I
Mandalorian
wouldn't know where
swag.
you would put the
Oh,
stick.
nice.
Yeah.
oh, he's going to be dressed up as Mandalorian or Mandalorian.
Well, I got him a bunch of swag from the Mandalorian experience, so he was like, "I'm just gonna wear all the Mandalorian things," and I was like, "Okay, whatever."
I swear,
something.
I want to get that.
That would be my
Mandalorian.
dad. My dad would be like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, I want to wear that Mandalorian costume shirt and get that Nerf Mandalorian gun, but unfortunately,
Ugh.
buy them in the Nerf, or you can't bring the gun
You
anymore.
can't bring those in. I mean, like, it's a yeah.
Even if it's a Nerf gun, you can't bring in a Nerf gun.
Yeah.
Nope.
People
Oh, man.
doing all the fun for everybody.
Exactly.
I know. So that do you already know what you're gonna dress up as, Kat? You haven't said it. What you have.
Yes,
You
Mom
do?
and I are
Okay.
dressing up. I'm gonna be a Dole Whip, and she's gonna be a citrus swirl.
I love it.
Are you gonna have a spoon and all and everything?
No, but I have a little cherries to put in my hair.
Aw.
Well,
I love that.
well, Kristen can't touch those because she's allergic to them.
No, sorry, Kristen.
Well, yeah, that's great because then we'll have one trip report from you, of course, in the can here for Disneyland, and then we're going to have one from Kat.
So we're covering both sides. Yeah. Hey.
We're covering both.
Both coasts this year.
It'd be amazing. I can't wait. I want to know what other rare characters you'll be able to see at our parks, because it's like you said, it's just a great opportunity to get photo ops with characters you don't ever see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that Max
yeah.
is out in
Go
the Powerline costume for the Disney World party.
I love
I
that.
saw pictures
Oh.
of that. That looked awesome.
So excited.
I love it. I
Our
love
little girl
Powerline.
would be all about that.
Hell yeah. I was like, yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah, she likes that movie.
Who doesn't?
She has good taste.
It's great taste.
My buddy sings the song. He does an amazing job for it.
Oh,
Yeah. At
Aw.
karaoke. Like sometimes people start singing. I'll have Disney hour when I do karaoke, and just everybody's singing Disney. That's why I like. Yeah.
Has anyone done karaoke to Turning Red yet? The K-pop band?
No.
I wish.
Because they released
No.
an album for D23, and I'm like, oh, I think I might have to get that.
Oh, I wanted it so bad. Did you see that Francis Dominic and his group of friends dressed up as them for the Oogie Boogie Bash when they went?
I didn't see that.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Cool.
I bet it's good. Those are some really cool things, and I think if it would be really funny if Kristen and I dressed up like Kate Bishop
No.
and Hawkeye. That would be great.
There you go.
And what do
There
you
you go.
dress Boo and Jack up as?
Oh, I don't know. They could Tracksuit Mafia.
Yes. Oh my God.
Tracksuit Mafia.
Yes.
We were running around. I would
Well, I'm counting. There were 10 trick-or-treat trails too, by the way. 10
Yeah.
trick-or-treat trails. Most of them did have characters. So
Well-
it's
Well,
candy galore.
We will have to bring costumes just in case, because you never know when you're in guest relations if you get, may get some magical.
Well, I think we have to. Why don't we poll the audience and you guys, and you tell us what our kids and Chris and I should dress up as, because we don't have costumes, but we could get costume T-shirts, which I think would probably be the best idea because it's going to be hot.
Yeah.
It'd be
I
super
mean, you
hot.
could just do Incredibles. I mean, everybody will just stick
Yeah.
with that.
The Incredibles are like the super easy thing to do.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
super easy.
It's a super
But
thing to do.
if you want to step your game up, yeah, that's a.
Well, we've stepped our game up before at these Halloween parties. You know, Kristen and I have dressed up as Thor and Sif before,
Oh, yeah, those are awesome.
as Alice and Hatter from the.
You guys are so much more motivated than I am.
No, you and Boo, she would be all about it. Anna and Elsa,
Mm-hmm.
and then you could
You'll be Olaf. Oh, I thought you'd be Olaf.
Jack
And Jack could be Olaf.
You know, Jack be Olaf.
Yes.
or you
Oh.
could be Sven.
No,
He's fun. Heck yeah.
Cute.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, absolutely. Get the t-shirts. Yeah,
I think
so
she would tell
Do
you.
it.
we used to do the Halloween party every year, and I think one of my favorite costumes we did was of Swan and Sparrow when we went, and that was
oh
really
yeah, that was
because
Captain Jack.
yeah, Captain.
Cute.
I love dressing up as Captain Jack. I've got this awesome Captain Jack costume now, and I can't ever wear it out because it's like layers upon layers of
Oh no.
yeah.
No.
yeah, like it's super hot. Like I couldn't even do it. And then one year, Kristen, you dressed up as the evil queen,
Yes.
and I dressed up as Prince Charming.
Cute.
That was fun.
The first year of Oogie Boogie Bash, when it changed to Oogie Boogie Bash, I went as a Mouseketeer and I like made a shirt with my name on it.
Oh, nice.
And I was going through the trick or treat trails, and the guy playing Dr. Facilier was like, "Who's Cat?" And I was like, "Me." And he was like, "I should have known that." I was like, "That's the point, right? It's your own name."
No name.
But literally, that was as dressed up as I'd gotten. Last time when I went with Mom last year, I literally just wore a dress and like a flower in my hair. I think I told the story that some guy was like, "You look like Lucille Ball," and I was like, "I can die happy now." But
Oh.
that's like, even my Dole Whip costume is just like a yellow dress.
No, that's fine. I mean, look, everybody needs to have fun and be comfortable. I think comfortable when you're there for such a long period of time at these Halloween parties
Yeah.
is so key. There's no way that those extreme costumers are going to go to the Halloween party. They couldn't even they couldn't get through the turnstile, and B, they couldn't ever just go around the park. I mean, can you imagine going around the park? I mean, I have so much sympathy for the cast members that go around in Darth Vader and Stormtrooper outfits, and they have to be trotted out, and you can't breathe in those things. And I know you can't breathe.
Oh, yeah.
I used to have a Stormtrooper, or I used to have a Boba Fett costume, and I couldn't ever breathe in that thing.
Well, and we've heard the
Awful.
stories from somebody whose job was to work in costuming. So,
You, Kat, you?
you
I
were-
worked in costuming at Universal for 6 years.
Then you know the horror.
What would you-
Then you know.
I know all the horror stories.
Oh, it's man, the cleaning bill, man.
Whee!
No thanks.
Yep.
Hey.
I would pass out if I had to wear something like that in the heat. I don't do well with the heat to begin with. So I'm like shorts and tank top girl.
Me
Oh.
too.
Can't wear any less than that.
Or you can reference
But,
what happened in the show last week when Kat and I were talking about the guy just dry heaving, in the parking lot. Did we talk about that story? Oh, that's a story for a whole other show.
I don't think we talked about that last week. We talked about the Transformer character, the stilt characters falling over in our D23 show.
That's true. We did talk about that. Well, maybe on that note. Maybe on that note. Just saying.
We hope you enjoy. I can't even talk.
I'm not going to talk at this time.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Those of you that want to support the show, you can do that in a few different ways. One is you can head over to diningatdisney.com, and when you are shopping Amazon, Disney Store, or getting your groceries delivered from Garden Grocer, click one of our links and that'll help us out. Or you can be like one of our top donors, Lindsay Marie, and donate to us on Anchor. And you can do that for as little as 99 cents a month. Hey, Bubba, you want to tell everybody where they can find us?
diningatdisney.com and Dining at Disney on all of our social media pages. Please take a visit and just let us know what you think of the shows and everything. Also, you can find me on Instagram, big_Bubba_B. Let me know what you think of the costumes that me and my wife wore. I'd like to get your feedback and see if it maybe some improvements. I think there's a couple things. I don't want to tell Taylor, she's in the other room, so I'm not gonna. She'll find out when she listens to the show. There could have been a couple improvements, but yeah, just let me know. So once again, big_Bubba_B.
Are you going to get in the doghouse?
I think I'm about to say I'm going to sleep on that couch right over there. Or once you listen to the show. And then if you are traveling anywhere, if you guys want to have a great time traveling the world, talk to Kristen right here. Email her at themeparksandcruises@gmail.com. And not only that, it costs $0 for you to talk to her and her helping you out.
Yes.
So,
Services are
yes,
free.
free. And where can everybody find you, Kat?
You can find me on Instagram at catastrophe at CAT_ASTROPHE. If you enjoyed this podcast, check out our friends' podcast, The Disney List, Skull Rock Podcast, WDW Park Hoppers, Disney Parks Podcast, and my little podcast, Eat the Pictures. We'll be back soon with some Spider-Man content. Don't forget to join our Facebook group, the Dining at Disney group, and check out our friends, the Disney Dorks and the Sorcerer Radio Fun Zone. Until next time, I was Kat, that was Bubba, Kristen, and Aljon. Bon appetit.
The information and opinions expressed in this podcast are for entertainment and informational purposes. All other trademarks mentioned are the property of their respective owners.